Hey friends, it's a special episode. One, because it's my 1 year anniversary on YouTube, but it's my 1 year anniversary of posting videos. I have 49 videos, I believe, as of like my year date. And if you know, there's 52 years in, or 52 weeks in a year. So I pretty much posted all year. I know there was those 3 off that I did take a rest, but other than that, I was pretty consistent and I'm just happy. Like, it makes me happy that I actually am going after what I want to do. And second, because I finally get to tell you guys the biggest, most effective thing that actually got me to heal my inner child, got me to heal my worst day cycle, got me to heal my trauma, whatever you want to call it. This method was what got me to really get out of that and heal not only my inner child, but heal my nervous system. What I told you guys like 2 weeks ago about like surrendering it, and if you haven't watched it, go watch it so you can make a little bit more sense. But point is that I let you guys know like you can surrender it and you get it out of your body, how to breathe it out. So not only do you have to heal it from your body and visualize that trauma being out, but you have to release it from your nervous system. So remember I told you guys like we're all just interconnected. There's so many layers of ourselves that it's just so much to like explain in one just certain video. So I hope you guys are following along. Before we get started though, I wanted to celebrate with you guys with my little candle and just blow out a candle, and I want to make a wish for my YouTube, and I want you guys to make a wish with me because truly I even like I don't even worry about the views. I don't worry about the subscriptions. Like all I really all that really matters to me is when someone's like, "Hey, I watched your video and I got this from it," or like I don't that's what makes my heart happy. And so really this wish is for both of us. So I'm gonna light our little candle here and we're gonna make a wish together because this is for both and all of us. And so here's my little candle. Hopefully my little detector thing doesn't go off. But so just take a quick moment, close your eyes with me, and I just want to say quick thanks to God for giving me the strength and the courage to start this YouTube channel in general. If you go back to my first video, I just can't wait to see where I am in the future with this. And thanks for keeping on, keep, and for keep, how do I say that? For keep giving me the guidance. There we go. For keep giving me the guidance on just to keep going and what it is that I will need to speak with or on my YouTube. So I'm just gonna make my quick wish so this doesn't fall all over the place. So make a wish with me, friends. I love you guys, and here's to many more. So it's 1 year of your Leo bestie and 1 year of us watching these videos and really just trying to get out and learning, mostly a lot of learning. I feel like this last year has been a big, big part in who I am and what I'm wanting to do in this channel. I'm learning just as much as you guys are. Like, I literally just started from the beginning of my own journey of how I started healing and just going down the road of how I healed. And this part of healing and this part that I was able to discover was more than just going to just a life coach. This wasn't just something that was like shown in like a session like that. This was more of like a holistic way. This was more of like a connect with yourself type of way. And I like making a joke about it because if you guys remember, I have told you guys when you get triggered, your body takes you back to that moment when that trigger first ever happened. Reminder, I have an emotions wheel tracker that explains what emotions are. Go on my website and you can download that if you would like. But I do explain on there what an emotion is. So pretty much I'll give you guys like a breakdown. So it starts in your body. Your body holds the trauma. When your body has a sensation, has a smell, any of the senses, so see, feel, hear, smell, taste, when any of those senses in your body go off, your body catches that and it sends a signal to your brain, and your brain thinks of the first ever memory you had when you experienced that feel, that smell, that sound, that all those senses. Like your brain takes you back to the first time that you ever experienced that. And because of that, if you had trauma, from like myself, if you experience a traumatic moment with that certain scene, with that certain feeling, with that certain sound, with that certain smell, with that certain taste, whenever you experience that, your brain takes you back to that moment. So think of it like this. I like using this little analogy because it truly explains it in a way that I feel makes sense. So if we think about it in that matter, right, that our body takes us back to that moment, think about it like this. You're stuck in the past, right? So think of it. That's like we're it sounds kind of, now that I'm trying to say out loud, it's just like, Krystal, they're gonna say you're crazy. But maybe I am and I don't care, and that's just how I've been able to explain it to myself and how I've been able to make sense of it. And if we are being taken to the past when our body gets triggered, that means we're almost time traveling, because think about it. You're in this present moment, you're here right now, right? Like we're here, but let's say I hear one thing that really still triggers me to this day is people yelling. Let's say I had someone yelling here right now at me. That would automatically send a signal from, so that's a sound, right? Yelling, the high voice, the high pitch, that triggers me. So that would send a signal, my body would send a signal of, hey, there's yelling. That means something's going on, there's chaos. So it sends a signal to my brain, and my brain's like, danger, fight, flight, like we have to get out of here. That's where the overthinking starts. That's where my body starts wanting sugar. That's when I want to start doing whatever I need to do to get out of this feeling. So think about it. My body, if I don't bring it back from that trigger of yelling, my body stays in the past. My body is there. My body thought of the first time, and my mind thought of the first time that it ever felt that sensation. And what we're going to do, and what this method has taught me, is not only calming my nervous system, but also calming myself at that moment that that trigger happened. And 3, bringing ourselves back to this moment. That's what I mean. Like, I don't necessarily mean that we're time traveling. Like, who knows if that's real? Now we're getting into conspiracy theories. But point is that that's how I hopefully that makes sense. Like, think of it like this. Like, you're here, right? We're here in this moment. You are watching this video, but we get triggered, right? Let's say that you are also a person that gets triggered by yelling. So that means now that your body just took you back over here. So think about this as like the present, this is the future, this is the past. Think about it like this. If we're here and we get that trigger, right? We're going to go to the past. And now there's a piece of us here, there's a piece of us here, but this person keeps going, right? Because we're moving along in our lives. Like, we're getting older, we're not getting any younger, like we're just growing. So we're going into the future, right? But there's still a part of us that's stuck in the past. So what do we have to do? We have to heal that moment when we had that trigger. So what I mean by this, and what I'm trying to explain to you guys, is with the whole thing, it's like a whole circle coming together now, is I started talking about reparenting, right? With this little series that I started. If you haven't, go look at my past like 5 videos when I start talking about this. We need to become the parents that we needed in that moment, that either the worst day of our lives happened or that trigger happened. We need to start walking ourselves through those triggers. We need to be able to walk ourselves out of feeling there and bring ourselves back to the current moment. And how I have been able to do this is with my visualization. The mind is very, very powerful, guys. If you the brain doesn't know how to determine what is real or what is fake. So if you tell your brain, I'm eating a banana right now, your brain is literally saying like, okay, she's eating a banana right now. Your brain is like making that happen in your brain because your brain doesn't know what's real or what's fake. So that is why too, like we get taken when you get triggered, your mind, like your brain doesn't think with time. Like our brain isn't linear. Our brain is like time all the time. Like there's no existence of like this happened on March 3rd of 1996. Like there's no way that your brain is going to tell you, like if you literally had a trigger March 3rd of 2020, 1950 or whatever, if you whatever old you are, just throwing numbers out there. If you had a trigger back then your mind is literally taking you back there. I hope that made it a little bit more sense. So now what we're going to do is you can either journal this, you can visualize it, you can do what you need to do. But my favorite thing is, so I want you guys to take your journal and I had you guys do the journal entry of what was the worst day of my life. If nothing has came out for you yet, just keep journaling and keep trying. Try those 10 minutes. Again, if you need someone to walk you through this, maybe it's you're not getting anything because your mind and your mind is too scared. Like you just hit that already. And I think that's one of the things with me that happened a lot was my body remembered the trauma I went through, but me in my head, it was too traumatic. It was too much to deal with by myself that I suppressed it. Suppress means I literally like dug it deep in my mind and it's somewhere. It's somewhere in my mind, it's somewhere in my universe, but it's still in there. That's your subconscious mind. When you suppress stuff and you suppress and you hide it, you're literally putting layers into what you think. What this is going to help you do as well is start bringing that suppression more up because you're going to start feeling safe because we're starting to reparent ourselves. We're starting to be what we needed to hear in that moment. Hope all that makes sense. So how do you do this? Okay, so I'm going to give you guys an example. Best way that I can do it is with myself. I'm going to give you guys the example of for me. So I've told you guys what my worst day of my life was. So for me, what I did was I visualized myself that day. Again, if you want to know a little bit more, go catch up on previous videos. Just for time's sake, I'm just going to move on. If you want to go find out more, go look at my previous videos. So you guys know the worst day of my life. And what I did is, okay, so I'm visualizing myself in that moment. I'm literally just visualizing myself after the action happened that made me and my life shift. So I see myself and I know that I'm like scared. I know that I'm crying. And now the next thing you're going to do is what does your inner child need to hear? What does your child need to hear? Like, you're safe. I'm here for you now. You're nothing else bad is going to happen to you. We need to get you out of here. And you're going to be okay. Whatever it is that your inner child needs to hear, like you're going to be safe. This day is going to pass. I love you. I'm gonna I visualize myself giving myself a hug on that day so many times that there was a point in time where I was like, well, no, I don't want to let her go. Like, I just want to hug her that day because I know how much that day hurt her. And this is the part where, again, like, I think I'm going to add this in here, and I hope I'm not the only account that you're like watching for healing. I hope that there's like other accounts that you've been able to find now on your own journey after watching me for a while that will tell you of how to really speak to a child in a gentle way of not like, hurry, get up, like you're gonna be fine, we're fine, like get over it. That's not reparenting, guys. Reparenting is being gentle with yourself and whatever it is that you needed to hear. Whatever it is that in that moment you were like, okay, this is what I needed, this is what I needed to hear. While we're doing that, we're going to do EFT tapping because that day it triggered us, right? And it took us to the past. So that means it's still in our nervous system. That means it's still in our body. So we need to literally get it out. So what you're going to do is, again, we're visualizing and we're telling her like, hey, you're safe. You're going to be okay. I want you to literally ask yourself, like, what do you want to say? What would you say if you could have a voice that day? And while you're asking these questions to your inner child, like I just want you to do the EFT tapping. So again, it's like your forehead here, like your eyes, down here, your little temples here, down here. And so like for example, like for me, I can like just again an example is like, Krystal, I know you're scared, and I know that it's dark in here. I know you don't know what happened to you right now. I'm going to explain it to you, but for right now, let's go ahead and get you out of here. I want to get you out of here. I want to get you to a safe location. Find your phone. Okay, now I want you to just get up and I'm going to give you a hug. Next thing, I want you to walk out of there. Just leave. Now that you're out, I want you to come back with me to this present moment because I'm going to take care of you now. You don't have to worry about being scared. You don't have to worry about being attacked because I'm going to take care of you now. And then now, you just got that out of your system. You just healed whatever she needed to hear in that moment. I hope that my examples are what you need to like help you in this. Again, if you're new to this and you've never done any of this, I just want to remind you guys, like, I'm here for you. I am here for you. I'm here for you. And I just want you to know that it could be scary going down this certain path. Like, I just really hope that in me sharing this part of what really healed me helps you in your journey. It's going to feel uncomfortable. It's going to feel weird. Like, I don't know if you guys felt like right after I was done the tapping and that breath I took, that was a release. There's the little things that were all like, well, did it work? But you feel a yawn, or you feel tired after, or you get like these burps, or you get like your breathing gets like heavy. Like, just remember, like, always remember just to breathe. Remember to like just stay present in that EFT tapping, like the 5 grounding techniques. Like, what are 5 things you see, 4 things you feel, 3 things you hear, 2 things you smell, and 1 thing you taste. Remember those grounding techniques because we always just want to bring ourselves back to this present moment. And literally, guys, you're gonna have to do this with every situation, every single trigger you've experienced. There's a time frame, like I told you guys last week, that at first when I was healing, it was just like heal, 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 because I was literally going back in my time to literally bring myself back to this present moment. I was getting myself out of every single time I got triggered. Bullies at school, like if you got bullied at school, if like whatever it is, those are scary situations and you need to know how to get yourself out of it. And the only way you can get yourself out of it is by bringing your nervous system back and telling yourself like, hey, I'm safe. Nothing's gonna happen to you. Those bullies do not have power over you. They are just sad themselves. That what do you say to them? Leave me the hell alone. Do not touch me. Do not talk to me. Do not raise your voice at me. Like, I am, whatever you want to say. Like, once you're done, like, just remember, like, just release it. When you start doing this, like, you're going to start feeling lighter. Like, you're literally going to start feeling lighter, especially, like, you don't have to give people the same reaction that they give you. You have to remember that. If you're still experiencing certain things in your life, like if you're still experiencing certain triggers, if you're still in an abusive situation, remember that your reaction is what causes you to it's what causes your reality. I should say that your reactions cause your reality. So the more that you can like pause and be like, okay, I know I'm triggered because I'm about to react. Okay, I'm safe. I'm triggered. I don't want my body to take me back to the first time I ever experienced yelling. I don't want my body to take me back to the first time I experienced this abuse. Like I want to bring my body back. Whatever you say is what's going to happen, but you need to get your body out of that space. And the more that you do this and the more that you reparent yourself and the more that you like, did you need a hug that day? Did you want your mom to hug you? Did you want your dad to hug you? Did you want someone to say it's going to be okay? Then start telling yourself those things, because I've told you guys, like, the person that is going to save you is yourself. And it's time that you save your little self. So I hope that that whole message made sense, guys. And I hope that this really truly helps you in getting your nervous system back to a grounded and more stable place. Go spend time in nature. That is the thing that helped me so much during this time. I connected with nature. I would just walk around the park. I would just go hug a tree. Like, I really connected with nature at that point, and I think I'm at the point where I'm like, I need to do that again. So I'm taking my own advice. I told you guys last week too, and we're going to follow up with it. We're going to hold each other accountable here. Waking up earlier. I put my alarm earlier and I would just lay in bed. I didn't get up to do anything, but I did go. I am starting to run again. I am going on jogs again. So we're doing progress, guys. It's about progress. I did stop eating sugar again. No more sugar, how I told you guys. We're just getting back to ourselves, and I'm on the same path with you guys. Like, we're all on the same healing journey. And I hope that you guys know that you have a sister here, you guys have a friend here, whatever you want to call me, just know that you have me here. And I am all for supporting you on your own journey, just as much as you guys have supported me. Just know I want to return the favor. Again, thank you so much if you've been here since the beginning. I love you so much. And I pray that God just sends you a blessing this week for supporting me since the beginning. And if you haven't subscribed, it's your first time here. I love you guys. I'm just going to give a quick prayer to send you guys some blessings this week. And to help us along in healing our nervous system, healing our body, healing our mind, healing our spirit, healing ourselves. I'm so happy to continue going along with this YouTube channel. I hope that I am becoming one of your favorite channels, or that I already am. I love you guys. And remember, every single day is a new opportunity to grow. There's chaos in the world, there's loudness, there's lots going on. We can't control any of that. We can't control any of that. We can control what we can control, and we can control ourselves. I love you, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.